Hey, folks, sometimes I like to dive right in with a little voice note to you all and bring up some things that have been stirring around with my clients and prospects and just general chatter I'm seeing out there about people who want to get out of corporate life and build an entrepreneurial future for themselves. And there's this question that keeps coming up, and I'll summarize it like this: can you skip the inner work and succeed as an entrepreneur? And now, when we say inner work, that's all the inside fear engagement, looking at yourself, who you are, figuring out your fears, your demons, wrestling with all that. It's a lot of making sure that you get your inside house in order so that you can get the outside world in order. So, I'm going to say the answer up front that I believe after years of experience with myself and over 140 clients and working with some of the best entrepreneurs, coaches, and masterminds in the world is that you cannot skip the inner work. It is an absolute necessity. And if you try to skip it, you will run smack into a wall. Now, let's break this down just to look at it more logically, okay? First off, let's say you're one of these people that I work with all the time and the person that I used to be. You are trapped in corporate life. It's been good to you. You're successful, but now you've really hit a ceiling. It's overrunning your personal life. You can't disconnect. Your whole identity and self worth is tied up into it. Your family, your health, they're all being sacrificed. You're not earning more. You're just experiencing diminishing returns. You know that you're meant for so much more than what the corporate cage offers. You've done your time. It's time to graduate. You know that inside. Now, what a lot of people do at this state, number one, some just endure and suffer. Those people, I think, are asleep and I can't really help. But if you're waking up a little bit, this is for you. Now, what most people do is they go to a logical move. They've been spending all their time in academic and corporate environments that reward logic and analytical thinking. So they think, well, the job provides money. If I can only get new money, then I'll be free. And you might not think about it that literally, but subconsciously, that's what you think. I need to replace my income stream. I need new cash flow, and therefore I can unlock from this caged environment. But that's an overly simplistic look at the problem. What a lot of people in those situations will do is they'll get into things like real estate investment, buying a boring business, jump starting a franchise, maybe even drop shipping, things that give cash flow because your brain can't think more broadly. You have no room. You're in this constricted fight or flight state, and all you can think of is, oh, I'm in so much pain. If I just get cash, I'll be fine. But look at what you deeply want. And you're going to have to do the inner work to figure this out. But I bet on the other side of that inner work, and we do this all the time in Uncaged Life Design with our clients, you go deep in so many areas to uncover who you are, what you want to cultivate in your life, what kind of family experiences do you want? What sort of impact do you want to impart on this world? How do you want to spend your days? What's your health, your purpose, your relationships? You look at it holistically. You design a life based on who you are at your core. And trust me, when you're in fight or flight in corporate world, you don't know who you are. You have to uncover to go levels of depth and emotional discovery on what's going on, your belief systems. You have to tear through all that noise to see what your soul really wants. And then you can say, well, how do we design for that? And you're going to start to see that you're going to want more than just that cash flow. Because if you're going to create something on the side, chances are you're going to hate it if it's just for cash flow. You want to create something of your own design that lights you up, that serves people you care about, gets you excited, because there's that magic between what lights you up and the receiver, the client or customer. That's where business magic is made. That's where entrepreneurship thrives. That's where you feel alive. That's where your family sees you activated, excited, energized for the first time, maybe ever. And isn't that what you really want for them? Present, energized, inspiring them. So we've got to think beyond the logic and start to create situations that are more than just the logical moves. Now, again, back to the inner work. Why do you need to do this? Because each and every one of us, if we don't do the inner work, are full of self-sabotage. We become our own worst enemy, where fear and doubt and uncertainty and conditioning from decades of growing up in shitty environments that didn't serve you, or places where people told you you can't do this, you can't do that, Here's your limitations. Follow these rules, these patterns. I experienced tons of that. Military, religion, school told me all the things I must do. And I'm glad I went through all that because I realized all of that is a bunch of BS. I realized that there's so much more that I can create in my own life and I had to get out of my own way. So when you start to do the inner work, which I won't try to unpack all in this short voice note, it gets you that clarity, that boldness to take control of a daunting job and cut it in half the hours, as most of my clients do. Turn it into a tool. Feel free, alive, and energized in a matter of weeks. And then to authentically design a life that you want and then build an enabling business that you love. I love building premium online businesses, ones that have tons of flexibility and upside and fun. I want you to build something you love. Why wouldn't you in this precious life that you have remaining? So you gotta use inner work to get out of your own way. And just realize that all of the mechanical stuff of like building a business and all that, that's like the last 20%. That's the easy stuff. That's the stuff that's drowning you in social media and books. Oh, here's the mechanical stuff. Do this and marketing and positioning and sales and delivery. Like there's so many options to get that right. Don't get flooded in that because if you don't get past your own hindrances and get yourself out of the way through inner work, you're not going to have the emotional capacity, the bravery to do these hard things because what got you here won't get you there. You realize that your past identity as corporate you is incapable of creating entrepreneurial freedom at the levels of depth and excitement that your soul truly craves. You understand that, right? Take that to heart. I had to learn that myself. I had to completely reinvent who I was, what I believed, because beliefs are everything. Beliefs that is, cause what you think. Beliefs cause thoughts. Thoughts cause feelings. Feelings create actions, and actions ignite results. We call that the belief flywheel in our program. So you've got to get to belief tuning and do the mental work. If you skip the mental work, you will 99% fail unless you're doing something super mechanical like drop shipping and you just pay someone and they kind of do it for you. If you want to build something authentically you and exciting and energizing and meaningful and unique and powerful in this world, you've got to do the inner work for this type of work, this type of future. That's the real path forward. Inner work is the foundation. You've got to create a state of energy, a state of mastery inside of you so that it creates lasting success because who you are dictates who you become. Do not skip the inner work. It's what enables the outer to work. Okay, rant over. We'll chat soon. Reach out if I can help you. And that's what I got for today.